What's up, guys? MrGimms back again for another Gimms rant. Hope everyone's having a great week so far. And I know I am because it's been a really, really good week for Dead by Daylight this week. It's been really good, and this is going to be really, really refreshing. I have some gripes and things like that, but we're going to get to that. Today, we're going to be talking about the patch notes from the mid-chapter patch. The 5.1.0. We're going to go through my thoughts, opinions, breakdown, what I think, what I like, what I don't like. And I just want to highlight everything. This is my experience. This is how I'm feeling the game at the moment. This is how it's running for me. And I understand a lot of people are still having problems. A lot of people are still having FPS issues and, you know, frame drops and all that. And I know last gen consoles are having problems as well. If that's yourself, I'm sorry. You know, like, there's nothing I can do about it. Yesterday, I was getting a little bit beaten up in the comment section about it. Sort of like, it was almost like it's my fault that you're having frame drop issues. Again, I feel sorry for you guys. You know, you've been suffering for the longest time. I get that, but I can only speak from my experience in this particular situation. And I'm going to say, I'm doing really good. Dead by Daylight's running at a solid 120 frames per second, usually around about. It's pretty good. Sometimes it drops to 60 in certain situations, but overall, it's extremely smooth. Very good. I'm talking about when I'm playing Killer and Survivor. Some people were reporting that playing the Killer was still there. The issues were still there. Not for me. On hits, dead hards, all that. It was really, really good, and I had an entire 4.5 hour stream last night where I didn't really encounter many problems at all. There's a couple of little bugs here and there and frame drops, but it's not a constant nagging issue anymore, and not a fear of when a Survivor does a dead hard. So that's how I think about that so far. But moving on, we're going to start at the top. This is just the basic setting stuff, how you can turn off the hook counter now, which is really stupid. I don't know why all this is important, because this is all information you need. So yeah, I don't really care about that. And the lobby feels smoother too, man. Like, it just feels smoother, loading screen and everything. Lighting and material improvements on hospital map. I don't know why they call it the hospital map. It's called Leary's. You guys designed it. You should know what it's called. I haven't been there yet, so I can't say. I don't get Leary's very often. Am I lucky? Trickster gameplay updates. Yeah, so they've dropped down his knives from 6 to 8. I'm happy with that. I guess he's more oppressive now. Maybe too oppressive, which is a problem. They've brought down the laceration to 20 seconds if running, 15 if you're not. It will deplete, which is, I don't know why they went that way in design, but they went that way in design, so here we are now. So yeah, there's a couple of nerfs in here, which I'm a little bit, yeah. It's a 30 knife hit requires to activate main event, was 20. That's 10 extra knives. That's a big deal for me. Changes from PTB to live. Now starts with 44 knives, not 60. This addresses one issue where people were just spamming knives, and that's great and all. However, 44 knives is, with the changes, it's not so good. Sometimes it can be a bit of an issue. So I like it that you can't just wham bam, thank you ma'am, spam your knives. That's great. It's 44 now. Weird number, by the way. But then maximum knife rate of fire bonus after throwing 8 knives is 25%, was 33. I don't think it ever was 33. So this is a change from the PTB, so they must have reactivated it, made it 33%, but then they've changed it back to 25. Is that what I'm getting? Weird. The point is, after throwing 8 knives, yeah. The point is, you have less knives now, but you got to get them, you know, you've got less hits to get. And this all culminates, in my opinion. Where is it? Why is it all over the place? With iridescent photo card. And I'm going to stick to my previous thoughts and opinions from PTB, that iridescent photo card is really, really, really very strong. If you want a 4K with a Trickster, this is your add-on. I get it, it's an iridescent, but even for iridescent, I think it's extremely strong. For those of you who don't know what it is, when a survivor's laceration meter is 2 or less blades, hits from the maximum, they are inflicted with the exposed status effect. Basically what that means is you run up to a survivor, get right behind them on their back, throw 4 knives, and then M1 them, and you've instantly downed them. It's not an insta-down, like it takes that time, but they don't get a sprint burst, they can't use any exhaustion perks, and you just have to bat them to get down. It's extremely strong in my opinion, and I still feel like it is. Trickster as a whole feels better, I think. I think he feels pretty good. I think in general it's a buff. The activation time for his main event was pretty sexy feeling in the stream last night, so I'm pretty happy with the changes. I just think we could have been a little bit more original with it, and I think we could have come up with something a little bit better because he has no map pressure. And that's the thing that the devs don't want to do, especially how it's the gen meta, so it's weird. Yeah, his perks are pretty good. They've all been changed. I'll never use Hex Crowd Control because it's garbage. What else we got? No Way Out's probably the best looking one. There's going to be so many no-ed players using that, and yeah, I'm not really going to use any of it, but it's cool that it's been done. Talking about priority now, there was definitely a difference in hit priority. So there was an instance last night in the stream where I actually did hit a guy on a pallet. I hit a Nancy, I think it was. I'll probably roll some footage for this GimmsRant. And yeah, I hit her and I got stunned at the same time. And it did look dodgy, and even I, before it happened, went like, What happened is the game took that hit away from me. She was injured already, by the way. The game took the game took the down away from me because it thought to itself, it sent to the server that no, you didn't get that hit, and she was still running around. So that looks dodgy and can feel a little bit janky and take you out of the situation at times because you don't know what exactly happened. It takes you a second because you're a human being to go, did that? No, it didn't. So the hit validation, while it's great, I think they need to polish it up a little bit. There was a couple of things that happened last night that was very strange. However, I didn't see once the weird, rubber banding to pallets and rubber banding to vaults and things like that we were seeing in the previous patch. So, when you get a hit, you get a hit now, I guess. And that's kind of cool. I must say, for the longest time, for about a month, I feel like I was getting some pretty bullshit hits as the killer, and even I had to pull that up, because when you play Survivor, and this is why I tell people to play both roles, when you play Survivor, you get the frustration why they're pissed off. That didn't hit me, what the hell? Playing both roles, man, it's honestly, it's really, really important in this game. So yeah, when you're playing Survivor, you get hit for a bullshit reason. You're like, okay, that's bullshit. But yeah, overall, this is all good stuff so far. I think if they're in early stages, this is a definite good, platform to be on. I think they did really well with this, and well done behavior again. Hit validation's pretty good so far. Yeah, they updated a lot of the outfits. So Dwight, Meg, Jake, and Claudette. It's really weird. Okay, they've separated it. Updated the facial models of Ace, Adam, Claudette, David, Dwight, Fang, Jake, Kate, Laurie, Meg, Nia, Quentin, and Tap. Yeah, all the rest. You get it, guys. They updated a shit ton of the look in the game, and some of the prestige as well. All the prestige. I'm not sure. I think so. All that's great. It all looks good. There's not one character I think that looks weird and stupid. I mean, notable mentions here for me. I think Jake looks really good. I think he looks like, I don't want to say a real life character because Dead by Daylight's so far from that, I guess. But I don't know. It all looks really, really good. They've done justice to Quentin. Quentin looks amazing. I think Laurie looks great. They still haven't done anything with Jill's alternate skin, Claire. I think it is Claire. She still looks like a goblin. But yeah, I mean, everything looks good. Yeah, Jake looks really cool. He looks like a person. You know what I mean? Meg looks great. Yeah, I can't say anything else about this. That's great. I don't really talk about visuals and stuff like that because guess what? They always do a really good job. So all good. I don't understand some of this. This was weird. Remove the ability for the plague to infect breakable walls. I don't know why they removed that, but I don't really care. Reduced Nemesis zombie network usage. So yeah, I played Nemesis last night twice. I got my ass handed to me once, and then the next time it was fine. I did really well. Yeah, he has no lag on his whip now. Not for me anyway. I can't speak to the Survivor side that I was facing, but in terms of just getting, lag in general, frame drops and things like that, Nemesis runs extremely smooth for me personally. So very well done on that, because that was a massive issue. I hope it's the same for Survivors. It seemed okay for me, but again, I can't really speak for that. You know what I mean? Keys with 0 charges no longer can open the hatch. Brilliant change, because Franklin's now removes going back to the charge aspect. It removes charges from the item. So if you knock a key out of the hand, you're going to remove charges over time. That's really cool. I like that change. Very good. Moving towards a key nerf, hopefully. even though this is still just about Franklin. So my baby's back. I'm happy. The map offering for Raccoon City was re-enabled. Yeah, great. The map sucks. I have no more feedback that I can give than I've already said about Raccoon City Department. I'll just repeat it one last time to finalize this chapter and put it behind us. I love the map. The map looks great. However, it's janky. It's too closed in. It's not made for this game. It may be a Resident Evil, look great in Resident Evil, whatever. That's fine. That's fine. That's a different game. This is a different game. It's too much for this game. So many killers were left behind in this map in the making of it, and it was all just to appease Capcom for Resident Evil. It must have been. It doesn't work in this game. Cut it in half, and I still think it'll be ridiculous, and it's not fun to play. You're just confused as the survivor or killer right now. No doubt I'll get good at it in time, but there's just this thing in my brain where I'm like, I can't be asked. Do you know what I mean? Because generators have random spawns and things like that. Well, not random spawns. They have fixed spawns, but they're different. You know what I mean? All the time. Yeah, I've got to learn all that, and it's just too big. It is mothers dwelling on top of each other and then some change because of the outside areas. It's not healthy for the game. It's making content creators DC, and then when content creators do it, when they get it, other people follow, their communities follow, and then they'll DC. So it's not a healthy map for the game. I'm not criticizing content creators, by the way. It's your house, your rules. If you want to DC when you get a map you don't like, that's fine. I never have done it. I don't know if I'm not going to say I'm not going to do it, honestly, because it's a bit... it's rough. It's rough. And, nah, they're not going to change it. They're going to keep it in. Yeah, I don't like it too much, but we'll see how it goes, right? Bug fixes. There is a shit ton of bug fixes, guys. I mean, they really worked on the bug fixes. Look at this. I'm not gonna get into all this, guys. There's a couple of audio issues I need to talk about. Yeah. There's a lot here. Yeah, there's a rift coming too, of course. There's so many cosmetics out as well. Jesus Christ, lay off the cosmetics, guys. Yeah, so we'll talk about that real quick, actually. The cosmetics, stop making everything sets. It's annoying and no one wants it, and we don't know why you've done it. They've removed the ability to, you know, have mods in the game as well, like in terms of like perk symbols and stuff like that. Like, I don't really care about that because obviously, like, we weren't ever supposed to have those things. So now that they're removed, I'm just seeing a lot of complaining and I don't understand why. Yeah, it's like getting angry about something you didn't even know you had. It's weird. So they've removed all that. They've added more sets to the game with the cosmetics, and that kind of sucks because I'm not interested in sets. Like the Blight new skin for the Greek Gods collection looks really good, but I'm not going to get it because I can't be asked with sets and I want to change things. We're spending a premium percentage of our paycheck on your cosmetics, by the way. Premium. I say that very, very, you know, it's very expensive. The least you could do is enable me to change the head, the body, or the weapon, like, as a killer. It's kind of ridiculous, and it's such an outdated cash cow that you guys are doing. So that's one thing I'll definitely say I don't appreciate with this PTB. It's just the constant amount of sets that are coming in. That's about it for me, guys. I really, really, really enjoyed myself with the PTB. I mean, with the mid-chapter, I think they've done very good. Got a tome on the way, so we got that to look forward to, even though I think the cosmetics there look like trash as well. But yeah, overall, in terms of the game, I'm really happy. And it looks like Behavior are actually like kind of catching up now in terms of the issues that the game is having. A lot of people are asking about the next chapter. I know people are so keen about new content, but honestly, guys, we've just got this piece of shit back together again. Can we maybe give Behavior a minute to catch up? Like, do you want to go back to that chapter again where the game's running like shit? Like, I ask you that honestly. I don't really want to. I'm happy in this little world for a while where the game works like really well for me. And that's cool. But anyway, guys, what do you think? Let us know your opinions down below of the mid-chapter patch. Are you happy with it? Are you not? Are you still receiving problems? It would be good to know if anyone in the comment section is still receiving frame drops and a lot of problems within the game. Yeah, let us know down in the comments down below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you did enjoy this video and you want to see more. Continue joining our Discord as well, and follow me on Twitter to stay up to date with the channel. Guys, I'm MrGimms, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one.